Hey everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Million Dollar Media. I'm your host Max Kellerhalls, and with me today we have.
Adrian.
And today we are late, but we're gonna cover the the live action How to Train Your Dragon, made by the same guy who did the original, Dean Dubois. Or Dean, I think that's his name. Didn't look that up beforehand.
So prepared.
I have notes. I just didn't have notes regarding the people who are actually in the film and who made the film. But he's the guy who directed the original animated trilogy. He's bringing it into live action now. And I think we can say with the utmost certainty that this is the best animation to live action attempt we've seen in a long time.
I wouldn't say long time.
Oh, really?
One Piece wasn't that long ago, buddy.
A couple of years ago.
Not that long.
Okay, Western animation live action.
There we go. Okay. I'll take that.
I think that the movie does a good job of translating certain elements from the original animated movie into live action, which I think the one thing that I really appreciate about this film and that I was a little worried about is like how they were going to handle comedy, because the original movie used animation timing to do comedy. Like things are a bit more heightened and performances are a little bit more heightened, which work for animation but just wouldn't work in live action. And I think the filmmakers here know that, and they're the same jokes from the original movie, just delivered in a different way that works for live action, which is very appreciated.
Yeah, agreed. They delivered on almost every single joke that they needed to hit that was from the animated movies. And then for me, it's almost very close to a one-to-one adaptation from this animated part. And that's what I can appreciate. And then they change things to fit the live action,
Which I yeah
and there's no drop off.
no yeah like everything that they changed made sense. Like I mean, we could go into spoilers because it's the same freaking movie one, and it's also been out for a while. But like they
Yeah.
get rid of the scene with the baby dragons after they do the test flight, which honestly
Mm,
like wasn't my favorite scene in the original, but I think like without it there, the movie just flows better. Like
yeah.
I think it flows better. Like the moment they actually get the flying down, instead of the joke of like uh, Toothless shooting a fireball and it going up in his face, they just cut to the next scene. Which, I mean, that's fine. I really have no problem with that. I think that's
Yeah.
just like it worked better for this movie.
Yeah. Agreed.
And I think a lot of it is that the guy Mason Thames, who plays Hiccup, he does a really good job carrying this film.
Yes, absolutely. I love this performance.
Because I think he had a difficult job in one, not being a complete copy of the original, but also not making it too different where you're like, I don't recognize this character. Like he reminds me of like actual dweebs in real life. You know what I mean? Whereas like the animated one was like a very like cartoony, he was really skinny, he was all this, which worked for that character. But in this movie, like, oh, he's just very timid and not sure of himself and like trying to find where he is in this village. And he plays that really well. I mean, I don't know, like I thought he had really good charisma with everybody. Like he sells working with Toothless and like actually selling that there's a dragon there. Like that's difficult to do when it's just a tennis ball.
Yeah. Yeah, props to him for doing it. But he had a great support cast, the same director
Oh yeah.
from the originals working with him. So, he had a great support system to help capture the animated hiccup.
I agree. I like a lot of the side characters. I mean, Gerard Butler, it's interesting because like he's playing the same character again, but it still feels new.
He's still badass.
Yeah, he's still really cool. It's just cooler to see him in live action. And I don't want to say the absurdity, but like the larger than lifeness of the character still shines through even in live action, which I think is really cool that they did. And I think Gerard Butler like kills it. And even in the dramatic scenes, like, oh man, it just hits different in live action. Seeing a dad disappointed in his son.
I'm just glad they kept everything basically the same with his character. Love the scene where he starts fist fighting a monstrous nightmare.
Uh-huh.
He made it work again. because he showed no fear. I don't know, I don't remember if it was in the animated movie, but he headbutted the motherfucker.
Yeah, I think it definitely.
I don't remember, but goddamn, it's still metal as hell in that live action.
Oh yeah. No,
And I'll get more into his character as we progress. So
I think before we like go into the other side characters, I just want to say that I really like this version of Berk. Like they actually explain why there's different races of people,
yeah,
which I appreciate. Where they're just like, we're all like different tribes coming together and forming our own little community. So they got people from like East Asia, parts of Europe, and African culture, which actually explains like a lot of why the other side characters are now different races, which I
yeah,
thought was an interesting take and actually kind of shows that like, oh yeah, each culture has their own version of a Viking. Like because a
mm,
Viking is like an occupation, really.
yeah.
And that just goes to show like I like a lot of the people who play like the team. I really
Yeah.
like the change of the twins. I think that's a funny change. Instead of them being like sort
Yeah.
of identical, like one's tall and skinny, one is a little bit short and stout.
And they still try to play like they made fun of the fact that oh we look the same,
Yeah,
yeah.
I
And they
thought that
still
was
tried to play that part,
uh-huh.
but like when anytime they made the joke, no one took them seriously.
Which is honestly that works better for me because in the original, I'm like,
Yes, I know that too.
because it just makes them look dumber,
Yes,
which I really appreciated. I like the guy that got to play Snotlout. He's a jerk, but he plays it well.
I'm glad they gave him this little side.
Yeah,
Funny.
it makes sense and why he's a dick. He's because he's trying to like impress his dad, and it kind of relates to Hiccup. What's the name of Fish Legs?
Yes, fish legs.
I'm gonna be real. Like, I'm indifferent on this change only because like, or the guy who plays him in this is the same kid from Deadpool 2.
Deadpool too.
Yeah, I was just
Yeah.
like, oh hey, this kid. He's named Julian Dennison or something.
I didn't mind him, but I did like like the blonde version because it's like I don't know, it just kind of stood out
Yeah,
compared to everyone else.
yeah.
And he had like those features that kind of made him different and kind of fit his character.
Hmm.
This one, I'm still kind of adjusting, like you,
Hmm.
but I don't mind it. He's played the part really well.
Yeah,
He played it perfectly. It's still the same character. He just looks different.
I like how he's nice to Hiccup.
Dude, when he started listing out freaking stats for dragons, sounded like a freaking D&D nerd.
Yeah.
I had a laugh out of that.
I enjoyed that too. I think before we get into one really big character, I want to just say I also really like this version of Gobber.
Yeah,
I mean, I always like Nick Frost in anything. He's just a great actor. So seeing him as this character, I was like, oh, that makes sense. And I thought it was a great translation from animation to live action.
yes,
I wish they would have kept like Craig Ferguson's Scottish accent, but it is what it is, and I appreciate like that they were just like, oh no, we got Nick Frost, we're gonna have Nick Frost do Nick Frost deliveries.
yeah. I would have. Yeah, now that you mention like the accent, I feel like that's what gave Gobber his flair.
Mm-hmm.
He had that accent and made his lines a lot funnier. But I'm still, and it still doesn't matter to me because they both are good.
Yeah, I think both are good. It's just again, it's just two different actors putting their own touch on the same character.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know. It just worked for me. Again,
yeah,
difference between they know what to change and what to keep the same. And then the big one, like the big character here that we have to talk about is Astrid. Because for me, at this moment, I like this version of Astrid in this movie. Like if we're comparing the first movie, like we're not
hmm
comparing like 2 and 3 and that Astrid. Like we're just
yeah,
talking about the one from the first movie. I think I like this one a little bit more, only in that they fleshing out her character a bit more and give her more like things to do. Like there's a big moment at the end where they give her more lines and make her the leader more than Hiccup. But it doesn't come across as like pandering. It comes more across as like, well, Hiccup just knows how to ride dragons and she knows how to do like all the military planning and stuff like that and the battle
yeah,
strategy. So it makes sense why she would be the one to deliver this dialogue from the original. And I was like, oh, that's an interesting change and one that I kind of appreciate. I'm curious what your thoughts are.
I'm indifferent in preference. I think they both did a great job.
Mm-hmm.
The live action one matched the characteristics of the original. She matched everything to a T. I do not mind it. Her voice is actually when I was watching the movie, it sounded really close
Yeah.
to the
Uh,
animated voice actor.
America Ferrera.
So I was really indifferent. She captured the character extremely well.
I mean, in a movie called How to Train Your Dragon, we gotta talk about dragons and like, damn, they really brought
Yeah.
these things to life.
Yes. What do you want to talk about first?
I mean, just in general, like the dragon VFX are just like really good. In the world of post Game of Thrones and various other fantasy TV shows and such with high and low budgets, we've had a lot of like dragons in live action. But what I appreciate about this one is that they're all unique and different. Like Toothless is a good adaptation of Toothless from the animated movie.
Yeah.
Like you automatically recognize him, and you're like, that's Toothless. Some of the other designs I appreciate because they're like, okay, we got to make these feel more real because in the original one, some had like really big cartoony eyes, and in this they
Yeah.
gave them lizard eyes, which I appreciate more in that lizards are pets too. Like certain lizards, like iguanas and such, are pets, so you can still get across certain emotions with those little beady eyes. And I really appreciated how they did that in this movie, where it's like, oh no, you still recognize like Monstrous Nightmare, Deadly Natter. I'm now blanking.
Just simple back
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
the Bronco.
I really appreciate the updates to that, and like I don't know, I like
Yeah.
also some of the changes to like the dragon training. Is that instead of just normal grass being the thing that tickles them in a certain way, it's dandelions and little like
Yeah.
little those little flower things, which I honestly think that's a better thing because it kind of in the original kind of creates this plot hole of like, so if they just go in a field of grass, they're screwed.
Well, I think it's specific type
Like,
because like other scenes, say they're in grass. Like you could have, but if it's like any grass,
mhm.
Toothless would have stayed in the forest, like immobilized because of it
Exactly,
all.
yeah.
So I don't. I think it's specific types. So like under certain soil, but I think to counter that one I actually didn't like as much
Interesting.
because it just made them sneeze a lot. I'm like,
Okay,
cool.
you say that, but I mean, I have a dog, and you've seen him in trailer reactions. I'm talking to the audience here. He does that a lot to his own hair. So, like little flaky stuff like that, he'll just go into a sneezing fit. So, honestly, that just as a like a pet owner, that just worked for me. Where I was just like, oh, that makes more sense because some dogs, and my dog especially, will just get into these sneezing fits when it's just these little things. So I don't
I
know.
guess
I think I like that change. And yeah, like I mean, if you're a pet owner in general, this movie is gonna work for you.
I hate my pets.
Jesus. But golly, okay. This is a kids film.
Oh, boohoo. They'll grow up and learn the stereotypes.
I don't know, just all the things that they were doing with Toothless in this movie. Like I know they're all from the original, but like the scratching and him like kicking his leg back, like oh, that's a dog. I really have nothing else more to talk about Toothless because if you like Toothless in the original, it's the same.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
It's the same thing. They do the same joke. Like they don't really add anything new.
No,
I mean, I didn't really have any negatives with this movie. Honestly, if you just want like a fun, just family film, this is great for
this is
that.
the one.
This is the
Yeah.
one. It sets up and does the characters in a way that makes you satisfied that they kept them the same, but you're also interested to see where they could possibly take this in a different direction.
I
Which
mean, it's
I
not even that. It's like if this is your introduction to this series, you can start with live action.
exactly.
Because funny enough, I'm gonna out myself a little on the internet slightly. I told my patients, one of my patients about this movie. She's like, "Oh, really?" He's like, "Oh yeah, if you really like the original, watch this one."
Yeah.
She's like, "Oh, I'll check it out." She has yet to check it out because her daughter wanted to see Smurfs, but I think it's still on her list
We
to
have
see.
failed as a society.
Where a kid wants to watch Smurfs over How to Train Your Dragon.
I know.
But yeah, I was like on about like, oh, it was amazing if you love the original, but also yada yada yada. She
Hmm.
also likes movies, so I just had a whole conversation like that.
Nice. Very nice. Is that going to violate your HIPAA?
No, I didn't know any names, so
Okay. Oh,
put
I
that for
mean,
now.
one thing I gotta say in every version of How to Train Your Dragon, the score is fantastic.
Thank you. Yes.
Certain moments in this movie just took me way back to when I saw the first film in theaters, and man, was it just special. Like, John Powell, who does the music, is just, it's incredible. And they do some interesting stuff with it in this version. Like, they get like a Viking choir.
Yes.
I thought that was a cool take on it in the credits, but man, like the test flight sequence, oh
Still
man,
hit.
still hit, and it was like just worked. Like the visual, again, the visual effects were killing it, and it just, every moment of that movie, of that scene, just hit on every level, and I was just like, yeah, they did it. Like, I was still like, oh wow, like this, the sense of speed and direction, and like the way they capture flying is just perfect.
Yeah, funny enough, I think around the time this movie was coming out, people were seeing it in 40x. So like
Mm.
that scene is like just shaking them around. I'm like, man, I wish I could have experienced that, but I'm not spending the extra money.
That would be cool, but yeah, I get it. But yeah, I don't know. When I saw this movie, I wasn't having the best of days, so this really like brought my mood up to a good, like, oh yeah, hell yeah, movies are back. Like, again,
Another reason to watch this movie.
yeah, just it just puts you in a good mood. All the emotional moments hit, the funny moments hit, the action is great. Again, as I said before, it ends in the same way as the original, in that like whatever they want to do next, they can. They literally, like, the sky is the limit with this franchise now.
Mhm.
Like, would it be cool if they adapted How to Train Your Dragon 2? Yeah. Would it be cool if they took elements of that movie and just told a new story? Yeah. Like, what I appreciate about in this movie has a lot of that hindsight from the
Mhm.
fact that there's like a trilogy of films. So like, there's a lot of references to Hiccup's mom in this. They mention the alpha like dynamic of the dragons, which helps to set up certain things in the sequel. And yeah, just like a lot of things, just like the fact that they have all this lore to work off of and help put into this new movie. Perfect. Yeah.
So it's going to be nice to see where they go with this.
Is there anything else you want to say before we wrap this up?
I just want to mention the is it Red Death, the final dragon? Looked amazing. The detail, the attention to detail on the dragon, and all dragons, of course.
I
But this one, it
Scale
looks
works.
so good.
The sense of scale works better, in my opinion,
Yeah.
because like in the animation, and this is, again, I'm not trying to like say the animation is worse. Like, the animated movie is incredible. I'm just saying, like, when you have like Stoic on the ground versus in animation versus live action, it's kind of hard to tell like how big Stoic is, because he's also like really big and wide. He's like he's a caricature of a big beefy Viking. Where in this version, it's Gerard Butler's height, who's a big guy. He's a big guy, and they add a lot of like furs and armor to him to make him look wide. But when you see him next to his dragon, you're like, oh shit.
Yeah, I think the first sense you get is in that final scene where he's facing the tunnel, the dark tunnel, and
Yeah.
then you see the cave and all the dragons. You can see how small he is compared to that cave, and
Uh-huh.
then some of the dragons. And then when they fly out, if you want to like analyze that scene, like they're massive compared to him.
And it's just more badass.
Yes.
I don't know. By making him slightly smaller and showing how huge these dragons are, the fact that he's still able to do the same things he did in the original is still cool. It makes it kind of cooler.
Exactly.
But yeah.
Exactly.
If that's all you have to say, I think we can wrap it up.
Yeah, I think we're good.
Yeah. I mean, fun movie. Definitely think you guys should check it out. If it's on digital, check it out on digital. If it's on Blu-ray, buy a Blu-ray. If you're old school like me, just a fun film for all ages. And honestly, after Wild Robot, this, like, anything that DreamWorks does, I am just there for. Like, I am just
Yeah, I'm with
excited.
it.
I'm excited to see. I'll wait and see what they say about the bad guys too, but you know,
We'll see.
we'll see. Thank you guys for watching this video. Leave a comment down below what you think of this film. Did you like it? Do you think that they should continue adapting the sequels, or should they go in their own direction? Leave a comment down below.
Also, comment your favorite dragon.
Ooh, good one, good one.
On the first, from any point in the series.
Yeah,
Comment
yeah,
your favorite
yeah,
dragon.
yeah. Like, subscribe, and share. I've been your host, Max Kellerhalls, and with me today we had...
Adrian, make sure to hit that bell button.
Also, subscribe to our Patreon, because We want to make some money so that we can make better videos.
I need to be paid.
We need to make more content that we are happy with. Yeah, that's all I gotta say. Have a good day. Bye.
Has me locked up. Pay me.